Hello, everyone. Welcome back. If you are new here, welcome. Come on in, grab a seat, enjoy the tea, and suss out the vibes. Today, you see the thumbnail, you see the title of this video. You know we're going to be doing a reading on Chris Brown. This is yet another requested video, so I'm going to go into going over this. I think the last reading I did on Chris Brown, I did like a short right after the whole Usher incident where it was alleged that him and Usher got into a fight at about, was it his 35th birthday party or something like that that Usher threw for him. And then yeah, I haven't did another one on him, so this is kind of like going to serve as an update, I guess you can kind of say, because you're going to look into what's going on with him now. With all of that being said, I do have to issue my disclaimer, as you see at the bottom here of the screen, as well as in my description box, and I'm stating it now because triple seal. Statements made in this video are alleged for entertainment purposes only. That means you should not take anything I'm saying in this video as fact, as something serious, as professional assistance, because that is just not what it is. If you don't know, this is a tarot channel. You should not use tarot for anything professional, whether it is legal, financial, health. Consult those who has those degrees and those professional capabilities, because I don't hold any of that. With all of that being said, now we can get into the reading, because your girl just got to make sure she don't get sued. You're going to get pennies and lint, maybe some bubble gum. So what has Chris Brown been up to lately? I just stopped watching him after the whole thing with what is her name? Karuchi Tran. I haven't kept up since then. Well, besides the Usher incident, but so let's see. Let's get into what is Chris Brown up to? Mind, body, and spirit? Yeah, let's do that. Hey, those just kind of flipped out of nowhere. Hold on. I had to spray, I had to cleanse. Raise the vibrations in here, cleanse the energy. Okay, let's try this again. We're doing Chris Brown. All right. Tarot guides, my masters, teachers, angels, loved ones, my guardian demons. Yes, let's look into how I did not mean to flip all of that. How is Chris Brown? Come, not everything want to keep falling out. How is Chris Brown feeling mentally? No, let's see. How is Chris Brown feeling spiritually? How is Chris Brown feeling spiritually? So spiritually, we have the Five of Swords. What is he mourning? What harsh ending is he facing? How is Chris Brown feeling mentally? Oh, we have some money choices. And then how is Chris Brown feeling physically? How is Chris Brown feeling? How is the American singer, rapper, entertainer, dancer Chris Brown feeling physically? Okay. So we have the Knight of Wands in reverse here. Okay, so spiritually, we have the Five of Swords in the upright. Mentally, we have the Two of Coins in reverse. And then the Knight of Wands we have for how he is feeling physically. Interesting that the Knight of Wands is coming up for how he is feeling physically, because I feel like every single time you turn around, you probably hearing something about him having another baby or getting into some messy hookup with somebody. Maybe he's just not connecting with a lot of the women that he's having right now. That could be the case. It's just like meaningless. consenting adult activity. I don't know. I'm pretty curious about that one. I know that shouldn't be, but I am. And then we also have Wheel of Fortune. So he's going to come into something pretty good. Justice, but it looks like either he has an answer for something or something about his life is just like not in alignment. And then he also has the Three of Wands. What is he running from? And the Two of Coins always speak to like there's probably like a contract or there's some kind of business deal that's coming up for him right now that he hasn't made a choice on or that he's ignoring. Maybe this could also speak to a missed opportunity for something because of the Two of Coins here, and it could be because of something with his actions, something he's did, some decision he's made, whatever. With the Five of Swords here being here spiritually is kind of sad because usually when I see the Five of Swords, it speaks to a mourning card. Like you see Set, is that Set in Isis here? You know, after Osiris is broken up and scattered and she's, you know, mourning and sad about that, like where do I find all the pieces of my husband to put them back all together? So I wonder if there's also a thing here of like, where do I find all the pieces to put me back together? Where can I go back and reclaim things? And to me, I think a lot of this is because of his ego. I don't think a lot of this is going to change because the damage is done now, and it's kind of like there's been constant things where people have like heaped and thrown on him, whether it was his or not. And it's just stuck. It's just attached to him. Like he's forever known as like the bad boy now. And I think it doesn't help that when he has those explosive moments or those moments of retaliation or, you know, not being seen in the best light, it just adds to the character. You know what I'm saying? Let's see here. Let's see if we can get more detail on this. You know what? Let me fix my candles a little bit. Okay, let's see here what we're getting with this whole. Why is the Five of Swords here for how Chris Brown is feeling spiritually? Let's get into that. Okay, you kind of want to flip over. The Leper. So when I seen the leper, I thought of somebody who's just been like exiled. I thought of like those people who had, what was it? Was that leprosy or something like in the Bible where they kind of like banished them from the kingdom. They want them to come around because they of the diseases that they had. It was like a marking of like them being sinners. Like that's what I thought of when I seen the leper king. But it says bravery, self-discipline, and faith. But that's not what I got. I got the opposite. Cowardice. That could be a thing. Cowardice. Because it says bravery. I'm just reading it if it was in reverse, you know, because it is. Bravery, cowardice, self-discipline. He does not have that. Faith. I don't think he has faith in anything. He just reads very pessimistic. I think I need a minute. Oh, I hate his energy. I'll say that. I don't like his energy. I don't know what about this Two of Coins? Okay, let's see here. We have all of his stuff is coming up in reverse too. Let's see. We have the matriarch, mother of homestead, rejection, opportunities, consequences. Then I say the Two of Coins is it speaks to missed opportunity. He's been rejected for something. Yeah, he's missed out on some kind of money, and I think whatever the money is that he's missed out on. Wait, didn't he have that whole thing with the whole Grammy situation, and that didn't happen because was it because of Tiana Taylor allegedly? I don't know. Is that what he still having regrets about? Is that what he's still feeling like upset about? Has the whole thing with the Usher thing possibly made him miss out on other opportunities or lost on an opportunity? But it also speaks to consequences. And remember, underneath in the tarot, he has something about justice. Like he's the Wheel of Fortune and justice. The Wheel of Fortune can speak to, like, yes, you're gonna have something good coming in. It also can speak to cycles, kind of like the World card as well. But he also had the Justice card in reverse. So like right now he's going through a downswing. But I think it's gonna be for a reason. It's gonna probably help him find something else. Because I don't think he's ever gonna really be canceled unless something comes out about him. He on some R. Kelly type stuff, but and even then, y'all see how R. Kelly is coming back. People won't cancel him all the way. I don't think he's just gonna be canceled for real. Then you have physically acceptance, graciousness, and healing. Honesty, shame, restitution, the martyr. He's feeling like a martyr. He feel like he done laid on the sword for somebody else. He also has Hades underneath here, and this reads inevitability, wisdom, and equanimity. For him to have a lot of like wise-ish feeling cards, it doesn't seem like he does a lot of wise decisions or wise actions when it comes to like his public persona. Like that's just not how I would paint him. Vindictive is a word that's coming up. I don't know if he's feeling vindictive or somebody has it out for him, but vindictive is coming up. We get some clarifying cards on how Chris Brown. I wonder if Chris Brown is changing from being a hothead. I think he realizes it just leans validation for people to have a reason to like not like him more. And I wonder if he's trying to change from being known as a hothead um or like being known for just kind of like stepping on people's toes or going off the handle. I wonder if he's changing that because with this Knight of Wands in reverse, I wonder if he's starting to realize or recognize that it's just not helping his cause. Like, oh yeah, people thought it was funny at first, but now you're on the back end though, you're facing repercussions for it. It's not helping you. Because look, we have isolation. Yeah, somebody is feeling like a martyr. You feel like you are answering for somebody else's bull. You also have extremism and speculation. Ooh, what did I say? I think he feel like he's answering for a lot of bull crap, or it kind of feels like unfair. Like I'm being canceled or talked about for some of the stuff I'm doing, and little do y'all know, y'all faves do the same thing, if not worse, and y'all want to cancel me. He Generosity is coming up again. Because where is he generous? Oh, graciousness. Sorry. I think he's tired of, I'm not holding the bag for you. Originality, decision. Why have all his decision cards coming up in reverse? Has he not made up his mind yet on how he want to move forward? Yeah, adaptability and discrimination. Discrimination, quarrel, criticism. Did that show up on the screen? I don't know if I didn't look. Decision. This was discrimination and quarrel. That's all of these were underneath. That would explain why he's feeling vindictive. And that also explains why I keep getting like this like hermit energy about him. Like I just try to stay to myself and mind my business. I just want to go in here, make this music, and I'm going home. I'm not trying to do all this other extra stuff. I don't want to play the politics. I don't want to sit up here and kiss your ass. I don't want to sit up here and try to do this and this and that because it seems like every single time I try or, yeah, it feels like every single time I try, somebody does something to test me, or somebody has it out for me. I just feel like I'm just made out to be the horrible thing that I am. And little do y'all know, like, so and so does this, so and so has done that, so and so did the same thing I did, if not something worse. But here y'all go on my timeline, want to cuss me out and, you know, burn me at the cross and everything for what I said and did. But y'all not going after who y'all need to. All right, sorry about that brief intermission. To you all, it shouldn't look like anything, but I'm back. I can concentrate now because my candle is instead of going kaput. But anyways, so what I was saying, yeah, I just feel like he feels like he's time and time again, he's died on somebody else's sword. He's being persecuted for the same thing that somebody else is doing. Um, you know, it's, if somebody put out a rumor about him or an allegation or whatever, people are quick to believe it just because of like his past history. It just never seems like it leaves him. And so yeah, there is some frustration here, and I think there is some vindictive energy here. Like he kind of want to make somebody pay for something because they haven't taken accountability for their part in something. So I feel like that is some of the energy that he has here. There is also some like spiritual weariness. Like I'm tired of having to just kind of like fight and fight and fight and fight and fight and fight. And I feel like I'm not getting anywhere. I'm not having anything kind of like to benefit to show for it. So I wonder if there's some Virgo tendencies he's kind of tapping into here. And I mean like the shadow and tendencies, not the light aspects of it. Um, Does he happen to have a little bit of Gemini in his chart somewhere? I wonder if he has a little Gemini in there somewhere. I wouldn't be surprised if he did have a little Cancer. I wouldn't be surprised if he did. Kind of like go off the emotional rails on shit. Okay, let's see if we can. I want to pull cards on this. Hopefully, get an insight into who he think needs to answer for their transgression, their crime. So it is a cold-hearted woman, or somebody who kind of comes off cold-hearted or very calculating, manipulative. Who is okay? You want to fall out? Who is this person that Chris Brown has a vendetta against? Okay. Oh, it was a couple of them that flipped over. Okay, so I can't count that. Okay. Who is this person that Chris Brown is feeling like he has a personal vendetta against? Who is he? Hey, this kind of want to come out. It's the Ace of Cups. And then we also have the Page of Cups. And then we have the Page of Coins in the upright underneath, Six of Cups. I don't know if this all adds up, but to me, allegedly, this feels like Rihanna. This feels like Rihanna. Somebody he used to be in a relationship with, somebody who's potentially made a lot of money, someone who kind of comes off cold-hearted or mean to the public. Because I remember Rihanna on her clapback days on Twitter. Somebody he had an emotional tie to, he may still have emotions for. And then you also have the Three of Swords, some kind of heartbreak. To me, this reads like Rihanna. This reads like Rihanna to me. Let's just get one card on this here. Just one card, please. Who did Chris Brown have a vendetta against? I see it's one or two cards that want to come out here, but not till they hit the table. Oop, and there we go. We got this one. Mother of Dawn, beauty, agency, and compassion. Let's see what these other two cards are going to say. I'm only going to pull two more and then I'm going to wrap it up. Calling your bluff. Or I did call your bluff and it didn't work out right. Oh, this riches. Coral was actually supposed to be the one underneath, but when I closed it, I did it like this. So indecision and coral. So indecision, I guess you can say, is read as the kind of like the hurdle, which obviously came up earlier. He's indecisive on how to go about it because maybe she's at a point where she's too powerful for him to touch, or she's surrounded by a lot of things, or people are just going to feel like he's once again just picking on the victim. So I think there is some indecision in how to go about it, or if there's something he can do potentially behind the scenes to get at her. And then we also have the quarrel. With the quarrel, fulfillment, romance, criticism, generosity, all of that. Again, that generosity comes. I was being too nice with your, and I hate that I did that because it has cost me so freaking much in my life. It has cost me money. It's cost me opportunities. It has cost me freedom. It's cost my stardom. It's cost how people, my character, like it's cost me a lot of that. And my personality, it changed the entire trajectory of my life. Okay, so many distractions. Okay. Anyway, so like I was saying, with all the quarreling and fighting, like this mishap, this unfortunate event that happened in my life has changed so much in my life. It has changed everything drastically. And I feel like I'm the only one who is still paying the cost of it all, and you aren't. I feel like I'm left in it by myself, kind of thing. And every single time I try to take a step forward, I'm taking 50 steps back because somebody bring it back up, or questions my entire being, or credibility for being here because of that situation. And I want it to be perfectly clear. I do not think Chris Brown is completely innocent in this matter. I think there's definitely some things he has had to take blame for. And I can't speak to if he's really paid for it all. I don't know, but I'm not in the middle of that situation. I don't know how all of that played out, how fallout, came to be or whatever. I don't know that. So I can only speak to what I've seen publicly. I'm only going to speak to what I've seen publicly because, for one, I just want to try to not slander anybody's character. I'm not trying to be sued, etc. I don't think he's completely innocent in this situation because, I remember seeing the pictures and everything when it came out. I remember when it blew up and it was in the news. I don't think he was completely innocent, but I also don't think Rihanna was completely innocent. I remember I was one of the people who were like, nope, what's the rest of the story? What'd she do to make him mad? And that could have just spoke to my own bias because at the time I was a big Chris Brown fan. I kind of I was just waiting for more details. I didn't stop kind of like being on a Chris Brown wagon until years after that. You know what I'm saying? So I, just to be completely fair, I don't know if she's completely answered to all of the repercussions of the matter. I don't know if he's answered to all the repercussions of the matter. Some people say he has, and some people say he never did. So I'm not going to be the judge of that. I'm only one person. But I think there is some frustration of like every single time I try to move forward, this keeps haunting me. It keeps coming back up. I keep having an answer for it. I keep losing opportunities. People are questioning my character, etc., etc., etc. Like it just keeps like this cycle just keeps continuing. Remember, we also had the Wheel of Fortune underneath, and that speaks to kind of like cycles. So I wonder if he's just like, I'm sick of like having an answer for it, whether it's something I did or not. Like somebody put a rumor or whatever out there, people automatically go back to, oh, well, you did this, so I believe you did that. And it's like, even in the instances where he was doing the thing with Karuch, with like stalking her down and stuff like that, turned out to be true. Um, like even when he does do something bad, it's seen as 10 times worse because of the previous situation before that. You get what I'm saying? Instead of it just being seen in like that isolated event. So I think there is some frustration here, some things he feel like he's paid more than enough for, whether it's monetarily, physically, emotionally. I think he feels like I've paid for it 10 times over, and I'm just tired of paying for it. And what if I told people about what you have done? You know, how can I get my truth out there without being further canceled or being seen as a bully or a hole or brat or, you know, whatever, or trying to deflect and throw blame on somebody else? How can I do that? Because right now, like, a lot of people see Rihanna as kind of like this darling now. So I don't know. I just feels like that's the indecision that he's struggling with. I don't know if he's gonna write like a memoir or a tell-all book. I don't know. I feel like there is some revisiting of the past kind of coming up, and how to kind of get the message across without having too much of it blowback on me, you know? Because there's gonna be blowback regardless. I just hope you know that, Chris. If you're watching this, it's gonna be some kind of blowback. But how can you minimize the damage, essentially? Let's go back to this. This further solidifies to me this has something to do with like Rihanna. Beauty, she does own beauty and agency. She does own a beauty company. I mean, I know she's not, I don't think she's like the head of the Fenty line anymore, or was it the underwear ex Fenty thing? But she owns it. She owns a big share of it. She's just not like physically a part of it, I don't think anymore. I don't think she's like the COO. I think she stepped down from that. But she is a large shareholder of that company. Yeah, there's some sneaky like Gemini Virgo energy coming up with this. I don't know what it is. I let me know in the comments if you kind of pick up on what it is or if you understand it a bit more. I'm not sure. It just feels like it's some kind of I want to say it feels like something along the lines of like a smear campaign. And I don't know if this is pertaining to her or with him. Like he feels like somebody's just running a smear campaign against him his entire life until he just stops. I don't know. Smear campaign is kind of like the energy I'm coming up with. But yes. And here goes that justice again. Justice, truth, duty. What truth is he wanting to get off his chest? Because when I think Gemini, I think communication. When I see Virgo, I think very analytical, like how like best laid plans. But this feels more on the, I don't want to say dark as if it's nefarious or anything like that, but it just seems like, you know, I'm leaning into those darker aspects. I don't know how else to say that. And the other card we have underneath is authority, the hunt, natural balance, atonement, growth, deceit. Ooh, he feel like somebody has not answered for the crimes, honey. Pay, do the crime, do the time. You were supposed to have been doing it too. And I wonder if we're gonna get something from him where he's just exposing a lot of people in the industry. I don't know. But I'm gonna leave it there because I'm not gonna get any deeper into this. I don't think it's gonna get any clearer for me at this point. So that's what I got Hopefully you enjoyed this reading. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you would like to see more readings like this, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can see the next time I upload. Again, I'm interested to know kind of what you all are getting from this as well, or something I mentioned that, you know, pops out to you down in the comment section below. And until next time, I will see you all in the next video. Bye.